And we are back, and I'm shook of here, Light. I am straight shook. We're getting a ZvZ.
We did pose to the players, hey, do we want to meme things up? Do we want to take things easy? Both players were like, nah, mate, ZvZ, let's go, let's do it.
Might as well. New maps, as we said. But we're going to be starting off here on a bit more of a familiar map. In the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, the blue Zerg player coming out of the land of Hong Kong for the first time in a long time, maintaining that point advantage in the grand finals. He is the best player to come up from Hong Kong. Currently teamless, GogojOey.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player. He is red, representing Intensity Esports, doing it for his pop in the chat. It is MeomaikA.
It's been so long since our last ZvZ finals here, Light.
It's been a very long time. We even had a period where I believe we even had like a Zher versus GogojOey in the finals at one point as well. That was like over a month ago now, but like now things are returning, not quite to norm though, because as you said, for the first time in a long time, GogojOey has a 1 point advantage.
Yeah, he's looking very, very solid here, coming into the grand finals. But to be fair, part of his initial series victory, I feel, does come a little bit on the fact that we are on new maps, right? MeomaikA tried to go for something that was a little bit cheeky on Blackburn, but GogojOey was wise and already knew how to deny that. Game number 1 that they had was kind of MeomaikA not knowing how to wall.
It was just, well, he chose not to wall, which was crazy about it. Like, I almost never see that happen. Like, the ramp was huge and everything was just wide open and just all his queens got surrounded. I was like, what is going on? But we'll see how this series turns out. We'll see if maybe MeomaikA, whenever, or if it is ever his map choice, if he decides to go for the older maps, to go for something he's more comfortable with, or we'll see if GogojOey decides to go for the newer ones, just for his own advantage. I don't know.
All up in the air, plenty to speculate. But in the meantime, we'll speculate whether this third survives or not.
Yeah, I'm just so surprised. MeomaikA going straight for that third base. Meanwhile, GogojOey a little bit later, a little bit more delayed, but he already has Lings across the map looking to deny that. MeomaikA, he does respond in kind. We, of course, have Link speed on the way for both players. Pretty similarly lined up.
And it's all going to be about the position in here, position the micro, and just deciding when to take an engagement. GogojOey will be deflected. This third base not going to be bothered for a long, long time. Can't quite say the same for GogojOey.
Yeah, exactly. GogojOey, though, he's playing it safe. He did not skip out on his Baneling Nest, so the Baneling Nest is on the way, so he will be able to have those available to him in case MeomaikA decides to Link Flood and try to take out the third base. What's a little bit worrisome, though, is that he doesn't have any Banelings quite yet, and MeomaikA, he's here with his Lings.
And the Queens are a long way off from defending that base. The Banelings are starting to get in, starting to be morphed now, but again, it's going to take a little while for them to actually finish coming off and actually get in position. Forces a cancel, which is absolutely huge at this stage. GogojOey going to be perpetually playing catch-up economically.
Yeah, exactly. Unless he's able to do something to get himself back into this, like a juicy Baneling connection, or maybe go for a run by later on to finish off that third hatchery. I mean, it's already a little bit low from earlier, and it is still a little bit vulnerable.
GogojOey is not able to go for it, as, again, has to deal with the pressure MeomaikA is exerting.
Speaking of pressure, MeomaikA, he did immediately go for that Roach Warren. He already has a decent amount of roaches, and maybe he's just going across the map. Oh, never mind.
Thinking about it. Yeah, Dick got spotted. GogojOey, meanwhile, only now finish up that Roach Warren. Things are not looking up, but he is getting a lair quicker.
That he is. Meanwhile, the third base is under threat once again, and I think it's going to be forced to be cancelled. At the same time, GogojOey is going across the map as well, looking to do the same to MeomaikA's third.
But in the end, this is going to hurt GogojOey a lot more than it hurts MeomaikA. In fact, he's not even able to get the third.
Yeah, exactly. He did chip away at it, and it is even lower than earlier, which is nice and all, but okay. Oh, MeomaikA almost went straight headfirst into those banelings.
Which, I mean, can't expect it from MeomaikA. And he's trying to slip on by this spine crawler before it can root itself. But the Lynx were prepared to body block, and was this the fourth time GogojOey's trying to get a third?
Yeah. He's been struggling so hard to get it up and running, and he just hasn't been able to deal any counter damage whatsoever. He got like a handful of drones here and there, but MeomaikA, he's just been doing such a good job at being aggressive and just keeping GogojOey on 2 bases.
And that's really starting to stack up more and more. MeomaikA's lair has finished up. He's working on Galaru Constitution, which is probably going to be a killing blow here.
Yeah, honestly, like, MeomaikA has played this out beautifully. Like, this is really clean. He hasn't had, oh my god! Okay, I was a little bit worried. Oh god. But, like, he hasn't, like, taken any big baneling losses. Like, he's been, like, perpetually ahead almost this entire game. Like, it's been pretty straightforward, and he even sneaks into the main base.
Yeah. Surprisingly, wreaking a ton of havoc over here by the mineral line. He's not getting too many drones killed, but he doesn't really need the drones. This, again, is mostly just to make sure that GogojOey isn't droning up, isn't macroing comfortably. While MeomaikA finishes up his upgrades, consolidates his forces, now he's starting to move across the map, and there is no way I foresee GogojOey holding this without a miracle.
Exactly. Like, GogojOey, he's trying to go for a bit of a Ling run by, and sure, he may even pick off a queen, which is great and all, but you know what? The roaches are down, and MeomaikA, he's about to finish up Galaru Constitution. He's going to go across the map. What the hell does GogojOey have to defend?
He's got a spine. 2 spines.
He's got 2 spines.
One of them's on location, but...
He's got 4 banes.
Yeah. Bane's can soften up roaches a little bit. Kinda. Somewhat. Yeah, if they don't get body blocked by their own roaches. And the Bane's connect, but now nowhere near going to be enough. GogojOey actually has a bit of a better position, but MeomaikA, with the sheer brute force and numbers, is forcing his way through.
That he is. I mean, the spines are buying a lot of time for GogojOey, but GogojOey just doesn't have the numbers. He doesn't have enough roaches. The roaches, they immediately get surrounded. And MeomaikA, he's just rallying across the map. GG gets called.
MeomaikA immediately going to be tying up the series. Sideways 1-1.
Oof. Oh my god. Yeah, and honestly, that was pretty decisive, not going to lie. Like, that, like,
very decisive. He knew, I just need to make sure GogojOey doesn't get a start base up, and then eventually he's gonna crumble. And he just kept going for it. How many times did he deny that third base? A whole bunch.
I'm pretty sure it was 4 times. Like, it was at least 3, probably 4. And yeah, MeomaikA, he was just in the driver's seat the entire game.
But we'll see if that changes now. GogojOey, of course, does have the map pick. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Now, Death Aura was GogojOey's go-to back in the previous map pool, but as we all know, Death Aura, it ain't around no more. GogojOey's going to have to come up with a different go-to now. And I do agree with you there. I think that GogojOey should choose on newer maps to just... Because I think he has shown that he has been able to adapt a little bit better than MeomaikA has, but he's actually choosing an older map this time.
Oh boy, we'll see. I mean, since we are going into an older map, like, I do kind of favor MeomaikA here. But we'll see if GogojOey has something special in store for us. I mean, again, like, we're still tied up in this series. Like, this still could go either way.
Yeah. It's kind of like a best of 3 from this point forth, but you know, that implies we have to forget that the Oxide game didn't happen. It's what you gotta do. But till then, we're gonna be continuing our grand finales here on Romanticide LE. LE, of course, standing for Lovers advice, lover's advice. That is what I am offering when we hit the sub goal. No, we already hit the sub goal. Lover's advice. That is what I will be dispensing to the masses. And here, in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner, the blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Hong Kong. He is going to be representing himself as he's currently teamless. We have GogojOey.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player. He is red. He is representing Intensity Esports. It is MeomaikA.
And yeah, it's an interesting map pick coming out from GogojOey. I feel like this is a map that MeomaikA is a lot more comfortable on.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do when your previous favorite map gets taken out of the pool.
Exactly. Feels bad, man. I'm gonna miss Death Aura and MeomaikA going for a 12 pool just for an early queen. Like, that was just so unique. I guess we're still gonna get that on Jagannatha, but you know, not as frequent in the best of series.
Yeah, it was 2 maps and now it's only 1. Math, arithmetic,
tangibility.
Yeah, cosine tangent. Look.
Oh god. But yeah, we'll see how this series goes. Again, like, game number 1 was pretty scary, to be honest, for me. Like, as in MeomaikA looks scary. He looked upset,
I was scared,
man.
Personally, it was scary for me.
Oh boy. But we'll see if he's just like flipped the switch and like turned things on, or if GogojOey will be able to fight back here.
I think it's less MeomaikA is angry that he got knocked down to the lower bracket, and more that he knows Lord Loken is watching now.
Yeah,
so
the pressure's on.
Exactly. Will he crack? Well, he hasn't yet, so.
Oh yeah, then you know what? Maybe he performs better under pressure.
Probably. I mean, if any of the past weeks where Lord Loken was watching and wasn't, is anything to go off of.
True. Very true. And so far, things are slowly progressing. So far, both players are kind of mirroring each other. Neither player has opted to skip their Baneling Nest. And now I'm a little bit scared for MeomaikA, because we all know how he does in Ling Bane Wars.
Which is to say, not too well. Troll is not exactly a strong suit when it comes to Ling Bane. But he does have a much faster metabolic boost, so he has a bit of a window here to surround these queens, or one of these queens. And he should be able to get a little bit of damage here and there, but we'll see how long he can sustain this for. He should be able to take out his Baneling, right? Yeah,
exactly. This is what I mean. This is getting a little bit scary here for GogojOey. MeomaikA was able to get so much damage done, getting that queen, getting a couple of links, denying that Baneling. And
now that third base is ripe for the picking.
Yeah, and we got nothing but lings on the way in the production tab for MeomaikA, even a couple of Banelings as well. And these Banelings, they are going to finish up.
And, you know, we do say that MeomaikA isn't exactly favored in the Ling Bane Wars, but, you know, he knows how to use Banelings. He's bobbing and weaving, and he's avoiding every single Baneling. Very nicely done here. A couple of Banelings getting sniped as well for GogojOey. MeomaikA still at a massive risk to losing a bunch of links to one good connection. GogojOey getting a decent connect to that Baneling, but that was all he really had in that natural base.
Yeah, meanwhile, all the lanes in the main base are going to be cleaned up, but what's important is the reinforcements, as MeomaikA is just flooding across the map. He was able to kill the queens in the end, but it looks like the defenses may be enough for GogojOey. One of these Banelings will finish up.
And with that, GogojOey holds. Loses a little bit, but not really too much here. MeomaikA has realized that he really cannot afford to throw his body towards a wall.
Yeah, I mean,
taking some injuries, so he's backing away, transition.
He is attempting to transition. The biggest wins for MeomaikA was he was able to reset the queen count. He was able to kill, I believe every single queen actually. So GogojOey, yeah, he is forced to remake them. But there wasn't a lot of economic damage done. MeomaikA does have a lead, but it is a bit of a small one, as both players are now droning up.
Yeah, they are. I guess a real good thing for MeomaikA there was, just forcing GogojOey to make more and more Lings and Banelings out there. Because he did get the quicker third base, and yeah, GogojOey, he is very much a mid-game player. He wanted to drone that up as much as he could.
Definitely. Meanwhile, both players are sending some Lings across the map. GogojOey, he's just looking to scout. What's interesting is that MeomaikA actually made his lair at his third base, not his main. So GogojOey actually hasn't scouted the lair.
There we go. I was going to say, that makes the lair a lot more vulnerable, but that depends a lot more on... That depends on whether or not GogojOey has eyes on it, and for now, yeah, for all he knows, it is still a hatch tech game. GogojOey's not going for his own lair yet, I don't believe. Yeah, he's still on hatcheries.
Yeah, and this is
actually kind of scary.
Yeah, like GogojOey believes that MeomaikA is still on hatcheries as well, so there's nothing pushing GogojOey to tech up and go for that lair. As we see, he's looking to expand, I believe, and take another base, or no, never mind, the drone is actually going across the map. Question mark.
I mean, they're not a spine crawler, might as well.
Sure, but here we go. MeomaikA is working on roaches of his own. I don't know how much this push will really do, but now GogojOey is finally across the map. And he sees the lair.
That he is. There we go. And GogojOey's got to be kicking himself right now, thinking, man, I am way behind here. MeomaikA, his Galarian Constitution is already halfway done. GogojOey, he doesn't even have his lair completed.
Exactly. Like, there's a massive window here where MeomaikA will be ahead in so many upgrades. GogojOey is aware of that. That is why we do see spines are being thrown down, because he needs them desperately to be able to hold on, to be able to defend against MeomaikA. But, oh god, MeomaikA, he's already here.
Right outside this doorstep. To be fair, it is harder to push up into this ramp on Romanticide. So MeomaikA just backs away.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Glyle isn't done yet. He kind of missed his, or he hasn't hit that window yet. Still 10 seconds off from Glyle Constitution finishing. And what's important is that MeomaikA, because he hasn't been able to hit anything, and because he saw all those spines, mate, he's just going into mutas.
May as well.
Both players.
May as well. GogojOey, he wants to get some harassment damage done to take him, or turn this game around, make sure that he gets back in here. MeomaikA, meanwhile, he just wants to get some kind of tech lead.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is the beauty of the Zerg Muta triangle. Both these players, they are linked in some way. Their souls are bound, and both players are going for their mutas. Not just that, Gogoj. Oh my god, GogojOey cancels the mutas. He cancels the spire.
Wow.
Mate, he's going into the main.
They were
he
linked.
Sees.
He's pulling a Meo!
Oh,
MeomaikA actually sending his own overlord to that position. Should be able to see what's coming his way. Yep.
Well, even if
he's on his main base.
Well, even if he sees it, will he be able to stop it? Because his main army is here at the third, at the natural base. There we go. The Nidus is going up.
Right now. Oh.
Yeah, out of vision, not in the main base. I mean, GogojOey is aware of the vision of MeomaikA, so it is still out of it. And we'll see if MeomaikA is going to be ready for this. To be fair, MeomaikA hasn't been skipping out on his roaches. He still has plenty of army.
GogojOey is trying to go for that multi-prong. MeomaikA might be able to deny this Nidus, but it's going to be a long trek for him to get into his main base. GogojOey can always pick up, and by pick up, I mean evacuate into one of his Niduses and go into the other. Already a couple of roaches going out into that main base Nidus. And now Meo's got to make a choice.
That he has. It's going to take a long time for those roaches to wrap around and go into the main base. Drones are forced off the line, but the problem is that there isn't enough that shoots up. The queens are going down, and eventually the mutas will clean everything up.
That they will. Threatening this Nidus here in the main base, so GogojOey really cannot sustain this multi-prong. MeomaikA, with the defender's advantage, has caught up so hard and overtaken the army supply. And he's just using mutas defensively, which is funny to imagine. He hasn't taken out the Overseer.
Oh, he goes back for it, mate. Yeah, he heard you, mate.
Yeah.
He turns around, he deals with the Overseer. A Hydroden is on the way, but the mutas aren't the real threat. Like, there is still a massive Roach army here from MeomaikA, and GogojOey, I don't know if he has enough. Like, the spines are not in position.
The ramp. The spines are not in position. He gives up this ramp to try to face the roaches, but I don't think that was a good call whatsoever. MeomaikA has a better upgrade, so he's about to have the better upgrades, and he had the much higher army supply. He does not even need a concave.
Not at all, as MeomaikA is just pushing his way through. In the end, it looks like he does want to take out this fourth base. He does want to secure his victory. He doesn't feel too confident in just pushing straight up the ramp into the natural base, but still just going toe-to-toe with the army. The Hydroden is done for GogojOey, but I still don't see any Hydras in production. He's still focused on pure Roach.
He kind of has to at this point. He needs some kind of a buffer for those really squishy Hydras. Hydras may have range, but Galil Reconstitution Roaches, they be fast. And eventually GogojOey is going to run out of room to kite. The Queens go down, and with that, and with them, the victory. GG's called. MeomaikA on match point.
GG. MeomaikA now leading the series 2-1. And this is what I mean. Both games, like, MeomaikA didn't really do anything crazy there. It was more GogojOey who was trying to mix things up. I mean, sure, MeomaikA was being overly aggressive with the Ling Bane early on, but as we pointed out, it's not like he dealt too much damage. He was just killing queens, really, more than anything. The big move, though, was that fast lair, much faster than his opponents, getting that roach speed, getting +2 as well. That was big.
It was massive. It was
like,
tangible.
Like a cat, like a god.
Okay, Pelican case.
There you go.
There we go.
We need someone. We need like an artist is all we need. We need like someone who can do some fan art.
Last Dance.
Shout out to The Last Dance, by the way. Massive shout out. He was the one who made the Sharkules.
Yeah, Demi Shark.
Demi Shark, yeah.
Do.
For those asking in the chat, Lion's Teeth, yes, I did cast a 6-hour tournament here in the morning. Then we had a 2-hour break, and now we're back with some GPO. We're here. We're in the finals. Yeah. Yo.
Potentially the final game.
Potentially, mate. Yo, MeomaikA again. He's looking terrifying right now. I don't know what it is, but it feels like this is a different Meo than the Meo that we saw in the semis or in the upper bracket finals.
Well, that's because in the upper bracket finals, what happened, it was very much MeomaikA doing very questionable things. You know, Meo being Meo, if you will.
He was having fun.
But this is MeomaikA in serious mode. I mean, we were talking about it before the finals started. We were like, yo, what races are we going to play today? MeomaikA said, no. Serious mode today. I don't have enough memes in me.
Exactly.
And it shows. It very much shows.
It does. It definitely does. Like the banter has been a lot less, and I do feel like MeomaikA, like again, losing in the upper bracket finals, it did maybe affect him in some way, and now he's here looking to prove himself to be the Grand Platypus himself. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. Can he do it?
We'll see.
We are on. Yeah.
Will he be tempted by the gold bases?
It's on the edge of his vision. He's side-eyeing it, much like YouTube videos are.
Do you think he's got a hand like covering his face? He's like trying to avoid like eye contact with the gold?
I think he took like a marker and he just crossed out that section of the mini-map. Say, no, not today. But speaking of not today, here we are on Blackburn. LE, it burns in that burning pit of fire. But it's not crashing. Not today. And there's actually a repair guy behind the mineral line. That's kind of cool. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, the blue Zerg player coming out from the land of Hong Kong. He is. He'll be representing himself. He's currently teamless. He made it to the grand finals with the point advantage. But let's see. So far, it hasn't been going his way. Let's see if he turns it around. He is GogojOey. GogojOey.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player. He is red, representing Intensity Esports, going for that pool first opening. It is MeomaikA. Not going for the gold.
My God.
He really did cross it out. In my mind,
from his memory,
he actually got a marker and he actually crossed it out on the minimap. Like, it's just not there. It's just...
He just decided not to download the part of the patch which colored the minerals.
Exactly.
So to him it appears blue.
It's actually playing in black and white right now.
Yeah.
Messed with he messed with like the contrast settings of his display monitor. Oh boy, oh boy. But
it's fully saturated. It's full on saturation. The only thing he can see is a blinding light. It's playing through feel.
Oh god. But yeah, for those wondering, for those who didn't watch the upper bracket finals, MeomaikA did face GogojOey on this map, and MeomaikA, as his natural base, took the gold, which was
not only.
Oh wait, yeah.
Not only that, but before that, against Beastork, he did the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly, and he was able to pull it off against Beastork, but against GogojOey was able to punish him, was able to apply that pressure, and MeomaikA just couldn't really make it work against GogojOey. So MeomaikA taking this a little bit more seriously, you know, not memeing it up with the gold base.
Yeah, in his words, you know. But GogojOey is going to check that anyway. I say that, but he actually stopped the Overlord. Never mind.
Yeah, and the Lings are going to be slipping into the main. Again, this is something that MeomaikA does, even though he went for a pull first. He prioritizes getting 2 queens out, not so much the Lings, which will allow GogojOey to get a full scout of the main.
And he knows there's nothing fishy happening here, just based on that drone count. MeomaikA will be getting a bit of a quicker third. I mean, quicker relative to the previous games.
Exactly.
But not at the gold.
Not at the gold. He has not been tempted. What's important is that GogojOey does have eyes on the third base. He does know that it is being taken at a regular location. We even see he's just double checking, just making sure, yeah, nothing was able to sneak past me. And we are getting into a more standard game. Once again, just like the first game of the series, MeomaikA skipping the Baneling Nest, going straight into roaches.
Yeah, he knows what his strong suit is.
Oh, no!
No, MeomaikA immediately turns around, and he was even attacking that Baneling. He is so lucky that GogojOey didn't A move.
Yeah, he's
those
lucky.
Lings have been taken the heck out.
Exactly. GogojOey with the move command unfortunately wasn't able to deny the Banelings, so MeomaikA was able to get away with it. Now he's going across the map looking to deny that third.
With everything he's got, GogojOey being that aggressive Zerg player that we know him to be, grabbing +1 melee. But is that going to work out for him? There is a bit of a window for GogojOey to hit before MeomaikA has too many roaches out. But he's getting super distracted over here by the start base. MeomaikA, don't sandwich your Banelings with Lings, please. Okay.
He was thinking about it. He wanted it.
Like, I can multi-prong those Banes.
Oh god, and he almost went for it, but in the end he does back off. He has to be careful there are Banelings in the natural and in the third base. Ooh, as he does a dance with him.
Does the reaction seem quicker today? Because it kind of seem like they are.
Maybe. He's got his hidden cat senses going on right now. Oh boy, and even the queens are starting to waddle across the map. Roaches are in production for MeomaikA. Meanwhile, the roach warren only just now starting for GogojOey.
And I really like what Darking, I think, pointed out earlier today. The layout of this map, very similar to Golden Wall. The distance, however, very, very different. It does not take too much queens to your opponent's side of the map.
Yeah, exactly. And the Lings of GogojOey were actually able to sneak past everything of MeomaikA. He does get into that third base. He will be taking off or taking out some of these drones. Some nice economic damage. Oh my god.
Had a pretty good surround on a couple of these roaches as well. Again, delays the push by quite a bit here that MeomaikA wanted to hit with.
Yeah, exactly.
And even isolates a bunch of these roaches.
Yeah, the roaches do go down, as well as the queen actually survived in the main base of MeomaikA. Honestly, I'm very surprised. But here we go. Here comes that push that we were talking about. The queens of MeomaikA finally do go across the map. The roaches slowly going through that slow zone, unfortunately, with that pathing.
Yeah. And it's slow roaches too, so it's just slow squared, essentially.
And you know what? Enough time has passed. Thanks to those slow zones that the Roach Warren has finished up. We do have a couple of roaches on the way for GogojOey.
And GogojOey is ascending from the mountains, pretty much. Trying to get us around on top of these roaches. But does MeomaikA have too much? It is 74 RB supply versus 34. MeomaikA is so far up ahead in terms of the RB supply, and he has got a little bit of energy left on these queens to transfuse. More and more links are coming down to reinforce, and I don't see any more Bane's Light.
There are no more Banelings whatsoever. The Lings, they get us around. The roaches are going down. GogojOey, he is forced to pull the boys, and it's not enough.
GG's call. MeomaikA, when he said it was time to get serious, he really meant it. That was a dominant series coming out from him. And I feel like if there was one word to describe how MeomaikA played in that series, overall, it's decisive. He knew what he wanted to do, and he just kept going for it because he knew it was gonna work.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was a very dominant display there by MeomaikA. Going down to earlier on today, like I don't know what had happened there, but maybe MeomaikA, maybe that kind of like woke him up a little bit. He's like, nah, mate, nah. What have you don't know what you've done. Exactly, mate. You've awakened the beast inside me, and mate, he just went ham here in the finals. 3-0, of course 3-1 due to the 1-point advantage to GogojOey, but oh god, MeomaikA with those 3 wins in a row. Jesus Christ. Exactly.
It's not like, yeah, we do have that point advantage to GogojOey there, but important to note, MeomaikA did not lose a game in that finals.
Exactly. Jesus Christ. I mean, congratulations, MeomaikA. He does redeem himself here in GPO. He fell earlier, but he was able to rise back up, take the entire series, take the tournament. He is
in the presence of his father.
Exactly. Did it all for Papi Loken.
Papi.
Oh boy.
Wonderfully done.
Yeah. Again, really impressive there by MeomaikA. And if you want to see more of these players, of course, Demi C Weekly will be tomorrow. Demi is still running the event, but unfortunately, we will not be casting. As you know, we've already got a stacked schedule, mate.
Yeah, it's Bota in the morning and then the Salasia in the afternoon. We do not have anything for the evening. Maybe in the next semi.
Yes,
potentially, because NDA.
I do believe in the next, not this week, but in the following weeks, we will have plans to cover and to go above and beyond and do 3 tournaments in a day. Oh boy. No, we got it. We know what we're doing sometimes.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. But yes, GG. Congratulations to MeomaikA, and that does round up the tournament tonight for us. Oh boy. And I guess with that, Yaku, mate, how are you doing? Well, I believe you finished up your semester at school.
Yeah, I got like at least 2 weeks till next term. And it turns out I was panicking for no reason, because when I like asked if was I assignment correct, and my lecturer was like, yeah. I don't know why you're worried.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that you're doing well in school. If you want to have some updates on that in the chat, then you can join our Discord server for that. But does that mean that you're going to be streaming more often this week?
Yeah, I've already decided what the next thing I'm going to stream is. It is going to be PC Built Simulator. That's going to go terribly great.
Oh boy. This
I do want to take a page from Steele's book here and try to have a little bit of variety coming down. feel like the whatchamacallit, the previous thing I did where I pretty much only streamed StarCraft 2 was getting to me. Ran out of things to talk about after a while. But yeah, that's gonna be over at twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1, twitter.com at Yakuzaku, where I sometimes retweet things. Exclamation mark Discord. In the chat, you can find myself, as I was saying, also updates of my breakdown, my academic breakdown.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun.
It is. I rode a bike one time.
It did. That did happen. Oh god.
Breakdown.
Speaking of breakdown, if you want to follow me as well, light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter, you can follow me there. I do stream throughout the week. I'm going to try and stream ladder sessions a little bit more frequently. I've been having a lot of fun with the new map pool, and I can't wait to work my way back up into that Masters one day, hopefully this season, fingers crossed. But as you can see on the screen right now, we have plenty more StarCraft this weekend. We just finished up GogojOey this morning. We just finished up GPO, and tomorrow morning we will be back with Battle of the Americas.
I just realized we need to add another square for Sundays.
Yeah, I don't know how we're
potentially.
I don't know how we're gonna do that. We'll figure that out. Crew's gonna have a great time trying to sort that one. It's gonna be amazing. But yes, we'll be in 11 hours, so we will be back with Battle of the Americas. I'll be casting that alongside Darking as well, just like Hyperion, once we do get to the semi-finals, and then that will lead us straight into ESL Open Cup Asia, which I'll be casting alongside Yaku of the Zaku.
We probably won't be at the start of ESL Asia.
Yeah, well, I mean, last time we did catch round one, but it was like a game into round one. Most likely we will be jumping into round two or mid-series round one. So we'll miss out on the beginning of it, but it's not the biggest of deals. We'll still be there for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, and there are a couple of other casters as well covering the event, so, you know.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It's not at the worst time for North American viewers. But with that, thank you everyone for watching. As a quick reminder, !Matcherino in the chat if you want to help support the tournament. Code GPO62 to add $1 for free. I believe we may have a couple of codes left. Yes, I believe we have 5 codes remaining. So you can support the tournament. Yeah, spread the link. You can help support us there. With that, mate, I think we're done.
I think so.
Boy, we'll see everyone tomorrow. Ciao.
Bye, Bella.